as an entrepreneur, bro, you working 24/7. That's just what it is. And then you work and work and work until eventually you don't have to work no more. You have other people working for you. I know most people wouldn't admit that, but I was broke for 3 years. First 3 years of my business.
The same people who making fun of you, be the same people coming through the ass for discounts. You gotta realize that people don't see what you see. They don't have the vision. They don't have what God planted in your mind.
Yo, what it do, Kingdom Crew? Yo, bro, I gotta figure something out, yo, cause I can't keep living like this. What am I gonna call y'all? The Kingdom Clan, the Kingdom Crew, the Kingdom? I don't know. How y'all feeling this morning though? It is August 15th. I got 1, 2, 3 clients in the morning. And then I got one client that Rob, my new barber, is taking at 10. It's another perm. They've been going crazy with him. And then I have a 12, 1, and 2, and then a 4, 5, 6, and 7. So I got in total 10 clients today. So with 10 clients, I'll have an average ticket of like 80, maybe 90. So I'm expecting around $800 to $900 today. So that's smooth. That's smooth. I'll keep y'all updated to how much we actually make at the end of the day. You see, we start with 0, and then it's gonna do its thing. Also, when I even say $900 today, don't think I'm making the $900. It's like Saji making the $900. They be slaving me in here, bro, having me work long hours all the time, calling me in on my days off. I be having to answer phone calls when I'm not here, like when I'm not on the clock, like, and they don't pay me enough for this, for real. I'm thinking about quitting and starting my own thing. Feel me? Like, I'm tired of them bossing me around and telling me what to do all the time. I need to be my own boss, for real. But nah, for real though, gotta strive to be your own boss, man. It ain't easy, but it's very, very well worth it. And even though I was making jokes about Sliceology slaving me and making me do all this stuff, it's like, as an entrepreneur, bro, you working 24/7. That's just what it is. And then you work and work and work until eventually you don't have to work no more. You have other people working for you. That's how it goes. That's just how it goes. Like, there's nights where I be like, dang, I understand why people don't got their own businesses, because it's not easy. And for me to like paint a picture like, yo, this is all good, this is gonna be fun, you gonna love it. Nah, you gonna hate it. You gonna hate it. There's times where I'm like, yo, but it's like I can't go back. I cannot go back, bruh. Because if I go back, that's a path littered with regrets. I've never had a job before, so I know I would hate it because I love like the freedom. I've already tasted it. So why would I go back? Why would I regress, bro? In life, you always got to move forward. Why go back? With that being said, it's like I do treat myself as an employee. Even though I own Sliceology, I still treat myself like I work for it, because what you don't want to do as a business, if you want to take your business far, you don't want to mix yourself in with the business. You have to create separation. That's why you have an LLC. That's why you have a separate EIN, a separate bank account, so that you can keep your personal and your business. Now, when you're running it like that, you stop thinking about your own personal needs when it comes to the business. You just become a number to the company, unfortunately, but that's how it goes, right? Because now I pay myself a salary and then my business keeps the rest. To be honest, on that 900, I'm only getting 30 to maybe 40%. That's 270. So let's say I make 15,000 in a month, right? That's 4,500, which is actually how much I was paying myself until I hired Noel. When I hired Noel, I wanted to pay myself $1,000 less just so I could keep $1,000 in the business to pay for the suite that I'm renting for him. And then once things get up and running with that, I'll start paying myself the regular amount I was paying myself. So I had to take a pay cut so the business would thrive. You feel me? Because I didn't want it to be like on the edge of surviving and thriving. Like, no, I knew that, getting him it wasn't a risk, but it was an investment. I knew that getting him was an investment and that needed to make it in the short term for it to benefit me in the long term. So yeah, those are like different things you have to do. Anywho, if y'all want to learn more about this, like if y'all got questions about being your own boss, what it takes, how to do it, drop them below, man. I could make a video for y'all, for real. I would love to teach y'all, because a lot of people meet me here now, but they ain't meet me back then. They didn't see what it took, you feel me? This is like 5 years in the making, and we just getting started, for real. Like my business just started making money after 5 years. I was broke for 3 years. I know most people wouldn't admit that, but I was broke for 3 years, first 3 years of my business. Not because I wasn't making money, but because I didn't know how to properly manage my finances, right? Like I said, I was still intertwined with the business. Me and the business were one. We have one bank account. I didn't open my second bank account till like 2021, sometime in May. But that's because I wasn't making that much. I didn't know the tactics that it took for me to grow and almost triple my revenue. By the end of this year, we'll be averaging 20K. And I say we, I'm just talking like the revenue I generate myself. Point being said, if I wasn't able to separate myself from my business, I wouldn't have been able to make the right investments. So back when I was broke and still intertwined with my business, money was coming, money was going. None of the money was ever kept in the company to be reinvested. And as a business, you got to be able to reinvest your money, especially having capital to fall back on if things go wrong. But because most barbers and most small businesses never have the capital to fall back on, they cannot make the necessary moves and take the risks that it needs to expand. That's why I stayed broke, because I couldn't take the risk. I couldn't afford to take the risk. If I took the risk and something happened, I didn't have any finances to fall back on. That's why it was important for me to separate. So I separated the two, and then I started living below my means, meaning even though I was making a lot of money, I was spending less, being more calculated with how I spent. Stopped eating out. Eating out was the biggest expense I had. I wasn't disciplined with it, with eating out. I wasn't meal prepping, none of that. And with that, my money started accumulating. And then I was like, okay, now I can actually afford to have a price raise, because I know some people will stop coming to me, but I know I have this cash reserve that can last me 3 to 6 months, to where I won't have to even dip into it. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get ready for my clients. I already told them to come early, so they should be arriving soon. But I'm gonna scroll down, because I used to just tweet to myself, for real. You know, I'm a professional yapper when it comes to this tweet stuff. So I'm gonna just scroll down, find something from the very bottom, and every day I'll just start to reflect back on my old thoughts. Because I used to be wilding in some of these, so this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be real fun. April 5th, 2022, I tweeted, "My confidence stems from having to believe in myself when no one around me did. I saw the vision even before it was clear to me which path I should take. It is through blind faith that I choose to follow my intuition. The spirit inside me guides my footsteps. Dot, dot, dot." For real. That's facts. Because look, bro, this journey I'm on, where I'm at today, is not because of me. You feel me? I just be freeballing, bro. Like, I got no idea what I'm doing. I'm just doing. Like, I hear something and I do it. And then from there, I figure out what to do next. That's always been the case. Like, I've always just followed my spirit, my intuition. My Holy Spirit has always guided me where I need to go, you know? So when I talk about my confidence stemming from, basically, I had to believe in myself when no one around me did. And also when I didn't even see, like, I didn't understand where I was going. I didn't know that barbering was gonna take me here and give me the freedom that I've always wanted. I didn't know that barbering was gonna be able to be an actually sustainable career. Because like I said, I was broke for the first 3 years of my career. making nothing. And so it's like, I think about it now, right? My parents were right, but they were only right because they only knew about the traditional way of doing things. I was able to follow my spirit, and it guided me towards mentors, courses, and different things that I was able to learn and adapt from. So that confidence comes from me believing in myself so much to where I didn't care about what anybody else thought. I'm gonna expand on that thought after this. I'll see y'all soon. Hello.
What's up, man?
Good morning.
How are you?
Come on in. I actually ended up finishing 40 minutes early because it's only 8:23 and they came at 7. So I was able to do both of them in like 40 minutes each. So that's tough. And he sent me 180 for both of their haircuts. I've never like talked about like prices, how much I make and stuff like that, because then it makes it seem like I make a lot of money, but Sliceology be slaving me, bro. I only make like 3.5 to 4.5 a month, you know, so that's like average. And it's gonna be like that for the next few years until I retire when I'm 28. Yeah, I'm retiring when I'm 28 for sure. That's the goal. But anyways, I'm gonna go and get this tropical smoothie order. I told y'all they be stealing my money, man. I ate so fast, the camera didn't even get to eat. That joint was good though, I ain't gonna lie. No. That was a very easy haircut. It's like, that's a haircut that like, I wouldn't even need to do, that I could pass on to someone on my team and they'd do well. But they haven't been able to find any good barbers around their area. So it's like, it's not always about the type of haircut, but also the execution of that haircut. I'm starting to get like a slight pain in my wrist, and I guess, you know how people talk about like carpal tunnel and stuff? I think that's what it might be. But I just gotta keep stretching and take care of it.
How you doing? Crazy, yeah. And then it starts to lay even more right here. And then I hunt for it, but it's more the unknown. So that's
Why would bodybuilders want to buy? Guys, there's no need to fear. My cupcake is here. It's been a while since you've been on the vlog.
You know, Mr. Cupcake was getting a little cranky.
Hey, yo.
And so I came to say,
Mr. Cupcake.
yeah.
Sitting outside is gonna be marvelous.
Is it even open? What time is it closed?
What day is it today? Thursday. I'm not sure. I hope they're open. They're open. Sure.
Hi. You know
I'm
what
getting
should I
this one right here.
What's that? Can I have a piece of it?
Yeah, ube cheese.
Which one do I like more? The white one or they taste the
I
same?
like the mango. I mean, they kind of taste the same though.
I want the mango.
So the twist,
That twisting is so good.
I don't know the name, but it's just a twist donut. Alright, so mukbang. Our first. Okay, I was about to say. I was like, hold on. I was like, ain't no way she just finessed me off the.
Yeah.
So, I'm definitely eating some of these. Just What's your
You
name?
know what?
These.
What? That's for me.
That's for us.
Okay.
What you eating?
I want to start with this one. I give it a solid 6.
Okay. When you eat that one,
JK is a 10 out of 10.
hey, yo.
I want to hit her the wedding.
They're spilling it. What do people talk about on these things?
Most times I'm showering, my hair grows like this, and then it's just so maybe 9 years, if not shorter than that.
Yeah.
I just never seen myself like this before, you know. With all the haircuts I got, it was all cut in the back and it was just a big mess on top. So you know, it's different seeing. I think I look way better too like this, you know. I actually like this style, like what you did, like what you just cut off. That's perfect amount, honestly.
Thank you.
The opportunity to have as good of a coach as I did. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I handled big shit, which was school and soccer.
Yeah.
So
So I didn't get a chance to really expand on and finish my thought. But what I was saying about that confidence is when you start to see certain patterns happen over and over and over, right? Because when it came to my business, it wasn't the first time that people doubted me, right? I used to sell candy back in school. And when I first started, a lot of people would make fun of me. A lot of people would clown me, be like, yo, why you da 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 da? You feel me? And once you get the business going and popping and people shopping from you, like nothing, the same people who making fun of you be the same people coming through the ass with discounts. And I found it funny. I would never bring it up, but I was just like, you're the same one making fun of me, but you're the same one coming here and asking for discounts. You calling me broke for selling candy at school, but you want a discount on a $1 piece of candy. Like, it don't make sense. So, I started to realize that a lot of people's doubts and fears are just projection of their own fears that they try to put on you, those limitations that they try to put on you. And if I allowed those limitations to stop me, I never would have had a successful candy cartel back in high school, right? Because I realized, so basically one day, right, how the whole candy business ended was the school caught on to it because I was doing it at a grand scale. Not stupid grand, but let's say I was having people place orders and then I would deliver in between classes. And I would also, there was this thing called a flex, which is it's kind of like a break time for the kids, and I would sell in between flex. And the principal called me in, they took my candy, and then they gave it to me at the end of the day. That day I had a track meet, so we ended up going to the track meet. I brought my candy. At the end of the track meet, when the concessions are closed and everything, I ended up selling all my candy that day. Because I was like, it's the last day I'm gonna have it, so I might as well just get rid of it. So I sold everything, and I ended up making like $300 that day. And I was like, dang, if I can make $300 in one day, but I got friends who work for 2 weeks to make a $600 paycheck, I just did the math. I was like, this could be working for myself has a lot more potential than working for somebody else. Fast forward, I start my hair business. It was in high school, it was just a hobby, but I saw the potential and I was like, let me see how far it can go. And, something like even my parents telling me that this wasn't where I should be focusing my attention. I didn't understand it back then, but now, in hindsight, I realized that all they wanted was the best for me. They, as immigrants, knew that the path to success, the path to a stable income, a stable job, financial security in the future was to go to college, get a job, be a doctor, degrees, all that good stuff. But they also didn't understand that in the modern age, as an entrepreneur, especially with social media, all those different things, there's a lot of potential that you can tap into. And back then it built up a lot of resentment because I was like, I'm trying to do my thing, but everything is pulling me away from that. And so I had to really hone in and lock in on myself and what I wanted, right? Even though it meant ignoring everybody around me. People at school were making fun of me. I was cutting teachers. Even something like my football coach, he was like, you should focus on football and, take it to college. At this time, I was like a junior, entering senior year. I stopped playing my senior year so I could focus on the business. And so I got a lot of kind of negative comments from that because it's people make these passive aggressive remarks to down what you're doing. But when you stay consistent and you don't listen to them, you're able to fully see it through and grow something to where it can be, you feel me? But if you listen to people and their limitations, and you gotta realize that people don't see what you see. They don't have the vision. They don't have what God planted in your mind, because God planted it in your mind for a reason. It wasn't there by accident. So if you listen to them over what your spirit is telling you, that's where you fall short, right? And you got to realize that people will project their fears onto you, their limitations. And sometimes they might be doing it out of love, but you got to realize what's best for you is doing what you want to do, living your life the way you want to live it. Because I'd rather do what I want to do and be wrong than do what you want me to do and regret it, okay? At least if I'm wrong, I can live with that. Now, if I stop chasing my dreams because of something you said, then it would build a lot of resentment in my heart for you, and I wouldn't want that for the both of us. So that's why I always chose to go my own route, and that's why you should choose to go your own route, okay? Because at least you can live with it. I'd rather live life and fail as many times as needed, but not regret a single thing, okay? Because I realize in this life, bro, all we really want is just freedom and to have experiences. And I realize, like, even as a man, like, it doesn't take much to have a fulfilling life. Like, you don't have to do anything grand, like what social media and all these things show you, right? You can live a fulfilling life just by having a good job and raising a family. I think at the core of all of us, that's really all we want. That's why even a lot of guys, like, that's why we hustle, right? Because we want to be able to take care of our wives, our kids, all of that. And I realized, like, yo, we overcomplicate life. Like, you can still have a good life and enjoy what you do. You don't have to chase the money, because the money might make you miserable, okay? Because you might lose yourself and your soul chasing a dollar when you could be making less but enjoying life more. You understand? So even back then, I understood that principle. Without understanding it, I just knew, like, yo, I want to live life. Like, yeah, I could go to school, get a degree, get a high-paying job, but I see a lot of people around me and it's like, yo, they're miserable. You know what I'm saying? I want to live a fulfilling life. I want to be proud of the things I do, even if I don't make a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? But just the way life is and the way the world works and the way God works, it's like, if you have something in your mind and you see it all the way through and you work your best at it, the world has to reward you for your efforts. You feel me? And you will be successful no matter what, no matter where you are. Like, you could be at a minimum wage job, but if you really do your best, people see that. And opportunities and doors start opening for you that you never knew existed, just because of how hard you work. You understand? Keep that in mind. Do your best. And if you want more, do more than your best. Do what's required, okay? Because sometimes your best isn't good enough, but doing what is required to get it done is what it takes to get it done. Understand? Peace.